Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat down, looked at your bank balance at the end of the month, and thought, wait, where did it all go? You didn't do anything wild. No big splurge. No emergency. Just a regular, ordinary month, and somehow the money is just gone. That feeling, it's more common than you think. And I'm not talking about people living paycheck to paycheck because they don't earn enough. I'm talking about people who make decent money, maybe even really good money, and still feel financially stuck, month after month, year after year. Here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud. A lot of what we spend money on today has become so overpriced that it's quietly robbing us. And we've all just accepted it. We've normalized spending way more than we should on things that used to be completely reasonable. And because everyone around us is doing the same thing, it doesn't even feel like a problem. But it is a problem, a massive one. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly which expenses have become financial traps, why so many people keep falling for them, and what you can do differently, starting today, to actually keep more of the money you work so hard to earn. My name is Your Name, and I make content about real money, how it works, how to stop losing it, and how to actually build something with it. If that's the kind of stuff you want more of, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. I put out videos every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming up. Hit that subscribe button below and tap the bell icon so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Alright, let's get into it. Fast food and eating out. Let's start with something that's going to be uncomfortable for some people. But it needs to be said. Fast food is no longer the budget option. And I don't mean that in an exaggerated way. I mean it literally. The entire reason fast food existed, the whole point, was that it was fast and it was cheap. That deal is dead. You walk up to a counter at a major fast food chain today, order a burger, fries, and a drink. And nothing crazy. And you're handing over $12, $15, sometimes $20. $20 for fast food in a paper bag that you're probably eating in your car, and yet somehow the quality hasn't gone anywhere. The food is exactly what it always was, which, let's be honest, was never gourmet. You're just paying premium prices for the same mediocre product. The value is completely gone. And sit-down restaurants? It's even more dramatic. There was a time when going out for dinner once or twice a week was just a normal, affordable part of life. Now you sit down at a casual restaurant, not a fancy place, just a regular one. And by the time you've ordered 2 entrees, split an appetizer, and had a couple of drinks, you're looking at an $80, $90, maybe $100 bill for 2 people. And that's before the tip, which you obviously should be leaving. So you've just spent $100 on one meal. And the next day, it's like it never happened. Because food doesn't hold value. It's gone the moment you eat it. The money is gone for nothing that lasts. Now look, I'm not saying never go out to eat. Enjoying a good meal is one of life's real pleasures. But if you're doing this multiple times a week, which a lot of people are, you're potentially spending thousands of dollars every single month on restaurant food. Thousands. That's not a small line item. That's a life-changing amount of money that's just evaporating. The math is simple. A home-cooked meal for 2 people might cost $10 or $15 in groceries. The same meal at a restaurant costs $60 to $100. You do that 4 nights a week and you're looking at a difference of over $200 weekly. That's $10,000 a year. $10,000 on food that you could have made at home for a fraction of the price. New cars. Now let's talk about something that genuinely makes me want to pull my hair out. Because the math is so clear, and yet people keep doing it anyway. Buying a brand new car. The moment you sign those papers and drive that new vehicle off the dealer's lot, before you've even gotten home, it has already lost around 20% of its value. You haven't put 100 miles on it. You haven't even shown it to your friends yet. And it's already worth thousands less than what you paid. That's not investing. That's the opposite. That's guaranteed instant wealth destruction. Then it keeps losing value every single year. And most people are financing these vehicles, which means they're paying interest on top of the sticker price. on an asset that's actively going down in value. You're hemorrhaging money from two directions simultaneously. I understand the appeal. A new car feels good. It smells good. It's the latest model. There's a status element to it. You feel like you've made it. But here's the truth. If you need to feel like you've made it by buying a new car, you probably haven't made it yet. Actually, wealthy people almost never make this move. They know the math doesn't work. A 3 or 4-year-old used car is going to get you to the exact same places. It's going to be just as reliable, sometimes more so, because the first owner problems have been ironed out. And it's going to cost you 30, 40, sometimes 50% less. Someone else already absorbed that initial depreciation hit. Why not let them? Buy the car they took the financial penalty on and keep thousands of dollars in your pocket. Status spending and the illusion of wealth. I want to zoom out for a second and talk about the bigger pattern underneath all of this, because all these individual spending traps have something in common. They're largely driven by wanting to appear a certain way, to ourselves and to other people. There's a term for this, status spending. It's when the primary reason you're buying something isn't because you need it or it genuinely improves your life. It's because of what it signals. The watch that communicates success, the car that says you've arrived, the vacation photos that show you're living an amazing life, the designer bag that tells the world you have taste and money. And here's the darkest irony of all. The people who most often do this kind of spending are not wealthy people. Genuinely wealthy people usually don't need to prove anything. They do not need a status symbol on their wrist or in their driveway because they're already financially secure. The people most likely to be spending money on status signals are the people who can't actually afford to, who are going into debt or depleting savings for the sake of appearances. You can look wealthy, or you can be wealthy. For most people, those two paths are genuinely incompatible. Every dollar you spend performing financial success is a dollar that isn't working toward actual financial success. The math doesn't allow you to do both at the same time, not on an average income. The people who understand this early are the ones who end up financially free. The ones who keep chasing the appearance of wealth are the ones who spend their entire careers making decent money and somehow never getting ahead. The path forward. So where does that leave us? Prices on almost everything have gone up, and most of it isn't coming back down. Companies have figured out they can charge more, and people will keep paying. So the question isn't whether prices will improve. They probably won't. The question is whether you're going to keep going along with it or make some deliberate choices. Cooking at home more often isn't a sacrifice. It's one of the highest return activities you can build into your week. Keeping your car for a few extra years instead of upgrading doesn't mean you've failed. It means you understand that cars are tools, not trophies. Wearing non-designer clothes doesn't make you unsuccessful. Not having $1,000 in subscriptions doesn't make you behind. Keeping your phone until it actually dies doesn't mean you're not keeping up with technology. What it means is that you're making choices based on your actual financial goals rather than on social pressure, marketing messages, and what everyone else seems to be doing. And that mindset shift, truly internalizing that you're choosing your future every single time you decide where to put your money, is the most valuable thing I can leave you with today. Track your spending for 1 month, just 1 month. Write down everything, or use an app, or go through your bank statements, whatever works for you. I guarantee you'll find categories where money is going that genuinely surprises you. And once you see it clearly, you can start making deliberate choices about whether that's actually where you want it to go. Because you work too hard to keep wondering where the money went, you deserve to actually see it build. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If this video opened your eyes to even one spending habit you want to change, please share it with someone you care about. A friend, a family member, anyone you think could benefit from hearing this. You might just change their financial life. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now and press that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. I drop new videos every week covering money, wealth building, and the real world financial decisions that actually matter. I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care of yourself and your money.